Hello students, good morning. As we have already started a topic, differentiation part 2. In our previous video, we have already discussed what are the special type problems which we can solve with the help of the first differentiation. In that differentiation, we have already used all the concept related to first differentiation. That is the product rule, quotient rule, implicit function and parametric function. Now, in continuation with this topic, today we will learn how to solve the problem which are based on the second order differentiation. Now, second order differentiation, if a function fx is differentiable, then its derivative f dash x, if we differentiate that function one time, it is called the first order derivative. But if we again differentiate the function, whatever the answer is after the first differentiation, if we differentiate that function again with respect to the same variable, that type of function is called the second derivative function. And first order is represented with f dash x, so second order will be represented f double dash x. Now, there are so many ways to represent it with the symbol. First order derivative y is equal to fx can be denoted by f dash x or dy upon dx or y1 or y dash or capital dy. These all are the notations to represent the first order derivative. Same way, if y is equal to fx is the functions and we have to represent it with the second order derivative, the notation will be f double dash x, dy will be represented as a d square y upon dx square, y1 will be represented for the second order is y2, y dash is represented for the second order is y double dash, and dy is represented as a d square y there. Now I am taking a first example. If x is equal to tan 1 upon a log y, then prove that 1 plus x square d square y upon dx square, this d square y upon dx square give me a big hint that this question will be solved with the help of the second order derivative, plus 2x minus a dy upon dx is equal to 0 there. Now we will start with the given statement, whatever function is given there. According to the solution, x is equal to tan 1 upon a log y. Now first we will shift the value to make the calculation easy. First we will shift this tan to that side. It will be equal to tan inverse x. And here the statement is 1 upon a log y. Now we can again shift the a to that side. So it will be equal to a tan inverse x log y. Now both are not having any quotient rule or a product rule, or we can easily differentiate the function there. Now we will differentiate the function with respect to x to both sides there. A, differentiation of tan inverse x with respect to x. Then differentiation of log y with respect to x. So differentiation of tan inverse x is 1 upon 1 plus x square. So we can write it as a upon 1 plus x square. 1 upon y, log differentiation is 1 upon y and y differentiation is dy upon dx. Now again we will apply the cross multiplication so that no need to apply the u upon v, because to apply u into v is very easy for the calculation. So we will do the cross multiplication, ay is there, 1 plus x square we will move to that side and dy upon dx is there. Now again, because we have to prove for the second order, it is given in the to prove condition. So we will again differentiate the function with respect to x. When we differentiate to a is a constant, differentiation of y with respect to x is there. Then 1 plus x square, we will again apply the u into v. When we apply u into v, u differentiation of v is dy upon dx there, plus v dy upon dx differentiation of 1 plus x square. Now 1 differentiation is 0. X square differentiation is 2x there. Now differentiation of dy upon dx, it will be equal to d square y upon dx square there. Now a is as it is, dy upon dx is as it is. 2, when we shift the value to this side, it will be equal to 1 plus x square, d square y upon dx square, 2x. dy upon dx is the like term, we can take it as a common part, so it will be equal to 2x minus a there. This is our required condition which we have to prove there. Now I am taking one more example in which we will apply the log conditions there. Now here y is equal to e raised to power m cos inverse x, and we have to prove that 1 plus x square d square y upon dx square minus x dy upon dx is equal to m square y. Now we will start with the solution. Again we are having a big hint from the statement कि we will do the double differentiation there. Now when e will shift to that side, it will give the log term there. So log y will be equal to m cos inverse x. Now we will differentiate with respect to x because both left hand side and right hand side are having the single term there. M is a constant part. We can easily differentiate. So log y differentiation is log differentiation 1 upon variable, so 1 upon y, and y differentiation is dy upon dx there. M differentiation of cos inverse x. The cos inverse x differentiation is minus 1 upon under root of 1 minus x square. Now again we have to differentiate, and it's easy to differentiate with the u into v. So what will we do? We will cross multiply the term. It will be equal to under root of 1 minus x square dy upon dx. In this side y will be go, and it will be like minus my. We will mark it as equation number 1 because further we will use this equation there. Now we will again differentiate the term with respect to x. U into v. U differentiation of dy upon dx. We have already learned differentiation of dy upon dx is d square y upon dx square plus v dy upon dx as it is, and differentiation of u. Differentiation of u is differentiation of under root x term. It will be equal to 1 upon 2 under root x multiply differentiation of x. So that will be 1. Same case, under root term is under root 1 minus x square. So its differentiation will be 1 upon 2 under root term multiply differentiation of this, it will be minus 2x. That means we can cancel value 2 and 2 there. Dy upon dx as it is. In this right hand side, dy upon dx, differentiation of y is there. Now when we solve the equation, it will be equal to, because we can take the LCM of under root of 1 minus x square. When we take the LCM, so when under root x multiply with under root x, it will give you a result x there. So when you multiply under root 1 minus x square to under root 1 minus x square, it will be equal to 1 minus x square. D square y upon dx square as it is, and this side minus x into dy upon dx. When we cross multiply this term, so it will be equal to minus m under root 1 minus x square dy upon dx. Now look at the equation number 1 there. This term under root of 1 minus x square dy upon dx, under root of 1 minus x square dy upon dx, it will be equal to minus my. So we will put the value for this full equation is equal to minus my. Now it will be equal to 1 minus x square d square y upon dx square minus x dy upon dx is equal to minus m into minus my. It will give you a result there. 1 minus x square d square y upon dx square minus x dy upon dx is equal to m square y. Now I am taking one more example there in which angle is also the t function. Then how we will solve that part there? If y is equal to cos of sine x, and we have to prove that d square y upon dx square plus tan x dy upon dx plus y cos square x is equal to 0 there. Now again we have to differentiate for 2 times there. Now according to solution, we will write down the statement y is equal to cos sine x. Because x is there, so we will differentiate with respect to x both sides. dy upon dx. Y differentiation is dy upon dx. Now in this side, first we will differentiate the t function. Cos differentiation is minus sine. Angle will be as it is there, sine x. Differentiation of cos theta, it will be equal to minus cos sine theta into differentiation of theta there. Cos theta is equal to minus sine theta into differentiation of theta there if we differentiate with respect to theta. Now we will differentiate with respect to x there. So it will be equal to minus sine of sine x, differentiation of angle. So angle is sine x there. When we differentiate, it will be minus sine of sine x into sine x differentiation is cos x there. We will mark it as a equation number 1. Then we will again differentiate with respect to x to both sides there. When we again differentiate the value, so dy upon dx differentiation is d square y upon dx square. Here we will apply u into v. U as it is minus sine of sine x into differentiation of cos x, v, plus v as it is cos x, differentiation of minus sine of sine x. Now when we differentiate the term minus sine of sine x as it is, and cos x differentiation is minus sine x, plus cos x as it is, and differentiation of minus sine of sine x. So sine difference minus sine as it is, sine differentiation is cos x. So x is the sine x there. Theta is sine x there into differentiation of sine x. So differentiation of sine x is cos x there. Now we will look at the previous equation and find out that is there any value which we can substitute? Yeah. Minus sine of sine x. If we look at the equation number 1, so minus sine of sine x will be equal to, it is equal to, by shifting this value, dy upon dx multiply 1 upon cos x. We will put this value there. Full this value, we can put the value 1 upon cos x dy upon dx there. 1 upon cos x dy upon dx there. Now, in this type, minus cos of sine x. Minus cos of sine x. What is the value of minus cos of sine x? Look at the starting position. Cos of sine x, its value is equal to y. We will compare all these values because when we look at what we have to prove, in this condition, we are not having the value sine of sine x, cos of sine x. So we will remove this value by looking at the previous equations and substitute the value there. Now we will substitute minus cos of sine x. So minus cos of sine x is minus y into then cos x value cos x into cos x is cos square x. Now sin x upon cos x is tan x there. Then we will put the value and we will get the result there. When we substitute the value, so it will be equal to d square y upon dx square minus tan x dy upon dx minus y cos square x. We shift the value to one side according to a requirement. D square y upon dx square plus tan x dy upon dx plus y cos square x is equal to 0. I hope this concept is clear to you people. Now you people are able to do the question related to second order derivative. Thank you.